Hi, first grade scientists. Today we are going to celebrate all of the learning we did about living things by going on a virtual field trip. So, in science today, we're going to observe different animals, describing what we observe, and also asking ourselves questions about what we notice. So, we're going to use a very special strategy. It's called See, Think, and Wonder. And as we're on our field trip, I want you to take a look at what you see. Think about what you think is going on, and then ask yourself some questions about what it makes you wonder. And so you have two choices today about the kind of virtual field trip you're going to go on. You can go to the aquarium or you can go to the zoo. And in order to do so, you will just click on whichever one of these virtual field trips you want to take, or you can take both. So I'm going to do it with you, and I'm going to explore two animals with you, and then I hope that you will take the time to explore some animals on your own. So first, I'm going to start my virtual field trip at the San Diego Zoo. And so in order to do that, you would click on this image, and this will pop up here, and you will go right to a menu of all the different animals that you can see at the San Diego Zoo. And it's totally up to you, first graders, which animals you want to explore. And when you come and explore the animals in the zoo, your teachers have left different steps for you here. So step one is to click on the different animals to explore the footage of them. And the footage is live, which means that what you're seeing those animals do is what they are doing right now, because it's totally live. Step two is to use a notebook or a piece of paper to sketch the animal that you chose to see. And we want you to label each animal that you find. Step three is to write down what you see. So any observations, use your eyes, and then what you wonder. So based on what you're seeing, are you wondering anything about the animal? And again, I'm going to do this with you so that you really understand what to do. All right. Get ready, scientists. We're going to the zoo, and I really want to explore the elephants down here. So you can click right on the link, and it'll open up the elephant camera. So let's take a look at the elephants together. Again, the first thing you want to do is to click that link. The second thing now is to sketch that animal using a piece of paper or your notebook and label it. So I had already done that before I clicked on this link so that you guys could kind of see what I mean. So I created this little elephant diagram and I labeled it. I labeled his large ears. I labeled his tusk, which is like his teeth, and I labeled his trunk. And then I just made myself a little chart on the bottom as far as what I'm noticing and what I'm wondering. And so what I'm noticing is probably all of those things that I labeled in my diagram, right? I'm noticing the different parts of the elephant, his large ears, his large tusk, his trunk. Okay, I'm also noticing some of the surroundings of this elephant, the San Diego Zoo. It looks like he's kind of in a big, kind of grassy, and little dirt area. There's some water over there by him now that you see they turned the camera towards there. It's sunny over there for that elephant. So all of those things I can start to fill out in my noticing. So I'm noticing different body parts, right? The different structures that the elephant has for his survival or her survival. I'm going to write some of those things. I'm noticing big ears, tusks, a trunk, right? Different structures. So I listed those things in the things that I notice. And as I notice those things, I'm starting to wonder how well does an elephant hear with a big ear like that? Can he hear something super far away because his ears are so much bigger than ears like ours? I'm also wondering if his tusk, his teeth, is something he uses to eat different kinds of food. So are those tusks something that helps the elephant eat different kinds of foods that perhaps you or I cannot eat because we don't have big tusks like that? And look at him using his trunk. Right now, he's using his trunk to kind of pick different things up. So it's almost like the trunk serves a purpose of our hands for the elephant. So those are all things that I'm wondering that I can start to fill out here based on what I'm noticing. So I'm going to do that now while you guys keep observing the elephant, and then we can head over to the aquarium. But I want you first graders to spend some time with a couple different animals in the zoo or a couple different animals in the aquarium and really take the time to draw a picture of them, label them nicely, and then share with your teacher some of the things you're noticing and some of the things that you are wondering. Okay. I'm going to actually go back and fill in those wonderings after. I'll do it now while you guys keep watching the elephant this way. So I was wondering, how well does an elephant hear? I was wondering, does the trunk act like his hands? And I was wondering if his teeth, the tusk, help him eat different kinds of food. Because we learned a lot about how these different structures for survival help these animals. So again, this is what my paper looks like now. And that's kind of what your paper could look like too, okay? So pick an animal that you want to explore in the zoo or the aquarium. Draw a picture of that animal the best you can. You don't have to be the best artist, just do your best. And then label the different things that you're noticing about that animal. And I recorded them also in the things that I noticed. And then I kind of walked you through what I was wondering based on what I've noticed. So now let's head over to the aquarium and we'll do an animal over there together. So you would go back to your slide. And this time, click on the aquarium. And again, it'll take you right to it. And very same task for you there. You want to pick an animal to explore, draw and label a picture of it, and then write some of your noticings and your wonderings. So I think this time I'm going to pick. Wow, there's so many beautiful animals here. How will I pick? Oh, this guy looks cute down here. I think I'm going to pick the sea otter. So join me now in the aquarium to explore the sea otter. Okay, you click there to watch the camera. My computer's moving a little slow, but that's okay. Because really good scientists notice and wonder things. They ask themselves questions based on what they see. And you guys have learned so much about how animals have different structures that help them survive and protect themselves and care for their babies. And so we thought it would be fun for you to actually go on these virtual field trips and explore different animals on your own and describe your noticings and wonderings. Okay, so now we're on to the sea otters. I've already drawn my picture of my sea otter because I had kind of clicked on this beforehand. Again, it doesn't have to be the best picture ever, as long as you tried your best. But I know that this is a sea otter. I can see that I've labeled his whiskers, his tail, and his claws. So I did my best there. And so when we click on the live footage of the sea otters, let's see what we see. All right. Oh, there's none out here on the rocks. So, oh, there's one floating around in the water and another one. So already, based on what I see otters in the water. Right? I'm observing that with my eyes. And that makes me wonder, how much time do they spend in the water versus on land during the day? So I'm going to put that in my wondering. And when you need to draw and label your pictures, first graders, you can always do that first before you click on these links. But I had already done it just to kind of teach this lesson. So you'll see I have listed otters in the water and what I see and what I notice. And then I started to think a little like, when I see otters in the water, what does that make me wonder? And it made me wonder, how much time do otters spend on the water versus kind of out there on the land? I also see, right now the otters are kind of deep in there, but when I had clicked on the picture of the otter, I had noticed those whiskers, and they have really long whiskers, which kind of got me thinking, like, what is the function of those whiskers for the otters? So I think I'm definitely going to put in my C some of the structures that I noticed. I'm going to say I see whiskers, and then I'm really thinking and wondering, how do the whiskers help otters? How do they help them as a structure for survival? And before I recorded this video, I even looked it up because I was so excited and I wanted to know. And I learned that otters use their whiskers when they are underwater to kind of feel through different plants and things for little tiny sea creatures or sea plants that they might want to eat. So that was really cool. And that was already something that I had to kind of look up because I was wondering it so much that I was like, hey, I need to figure this out. I'm wondering, how do those whiskers help them? So again, I'm just recording this in the wondering part of my chart. Okay, so first graders, again, spend some time today at the zoo or at the aquarium or both. Oh, that little otter's coming out of the water, I think. And observe the different animals that you choose to see. Maybe pick two at least, like Miss McMenamin did, right? We did the elephant together and the sea otter. Draw some nice labeled pictures of those animals. Really take your time to do your best and label some of those structures that we've learned about, and then record on the bottom some of your noticings, what you see, and some of your wonderings. What do you think based on what you see? Okay, your first grade teachers, hope you have fun with this. I had a lot of fun with it. See you later.